What a treat! Go get it now, go on!
Yo, Red. Seen Devil? It's time for his bath.
What? I don't keep track of your lizard. I got stuff to do. How to find you a good home. Far away from me. Don't worry, I know exactly where you'll be appreciated. Get out of here! You big dummy! That was a petting zoo, not an all-you-can-eat buffet! What do you mean you don't want him? Every museum wants a dinosaur. That was expensive, right?
Hey YouTube, what's going on? I got another kind of a haul video, some new issues, back issues, excuse me, a couple other things I want to show off. I just want to kind of show you the little deck I'm working with here. This is both new books, some back issues. We'll start with the new stuff first. This kind of stuff I kind of picked over the last couple weeks. Some of this you may have seen, some you may haven't, but we'll start off with some Marvel stuff. See, that's kind of mostly stuff I'm reading anyway. So, something new that I kind of picked up. I believe it's just a 4-part mini with the Deadly Hands of Kung Fu #1. Really like this. Haven't read too much of Shang-Chi in the past, other than a little bit of the Heroes and Avengers, but nothing on its own. So I really like this. I like these little minis because it doesn't really cost me a lot. I don't have to worry about, extended run. It makes the wife happy. Issues 2 and 3 here. 2, 3 of Iron Fist, which I've been really enjoying. Like I said, another character that I haven't really read a lot about, so had to pick this up. Been really liking that. Excuse me, just drinking some pop. Issue 3 of Daredevil. Again, even in the past, I haven't read a whole lot of Daredevil, so really enjoying that. Same thing, another thing. I mean, I read some issues of the original series, Fantastic Four, but been really enjoying the issues. And these are just, none of these books are on my pull list. There's stuff if I see it come out, pick off the shelf. I was shocked when this was a $5 book. But it was a kind of a exercised issue, and I kind of really liked how they had different artists do the little flashback scenes in the book, so that was really cool. And obviously, what would a Howl be video without Captain America? So there's 20 and 21. You know how I feel about this book. I love it. The story's been great. And a lot of people don't like it, but it's Captain America, so I'm going to read it. Probably the only DC book that I'm actually picking up is Batman 66. There's 10 and 11. And sadly, this has to go. I really been enjoying it. It's just I'm picking so much stuff off the shelf that something had to go. This was on my pull list. I think my last issue is going to be issue 13. So doesn't mean I won't pick it up maybe off the shelf or in back issue bins and stuff like that. So for now, it's gone. And it's making way for books like this. Here's Velvet #4 and the latest #5. Once again, not on my pull list, but when I see it, I pick it up. My shop doesn't carry this book, so if I have to go to another shop to get it, so that I'm fine with that. If I see it, I'll definitely pick it up. And the story's great. Obviously, Brubaker, art with Steve Epting, so gotta love that. And this is very, very rarely do I ever say, gotta read this book, it's awesome, gotta read it. But I picked this one up a few months ago, Mercenary Sea #1. Phenomenal book. Obviously, Image is just fucking kicking ass in so many stories. But I was able to pick up the rest of them. So I get issue 2. All these covers. The art is really great on these. #3. Love that cover. And #4. So, if you're not reading this, I highly, highly recommend this book. Like I said, don't say that about too many, but that's definitely one I highly recommend. And a lot of people reading this. Black Science, I believe it's #6. Story's great. Rick Remender obviously doing Cap and doing this too. Love it. This book is another one that's on my pull list. I haven't read this one yet, and that's kind of like my gauge. If I'm not excited to read the book when I first get it, I think it's a sign it's got to go. So, Unity number 7. I know they're starting to hold Armor Hunters or whatever it is, so I think it's going to cross over to this one. I'm not picking that up, so I think this one is also going to go. So I'll probably issue 9 or 10 will probably be the last one of that. So I still haven't read this one yet, but it's been good. I do like the story, I like the characters, but something has to go. Now for some back issues. I went to the mall with my wife a couple weeks ago, and she was shopping, and so I'm going to run down to the store, and they had just a very, very little bit of comic books. Most of them were kind of crap. They were like, I think $1.50 a piece. Didn't really find much, but when I got in the back, I found one, and I kind of really, don't know much of the character, but I like the B characters. Their issues are cheap. There's not many of them, so I picked up number 1 of Blue Devil. It's like $1.50. So yeah, really like that. I got a few of those issues too. So, and then I don't see these too often, but when I do, I'll definitely pick them up. And this is number 15 of the Super Friends. I got this actually at my local comic shop, so pick those up when I see them. I think these last few I picked up all from my shop. The other miniseries I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to get a lot of these miniseries back from the 80s. Submariner number 3 of 4. Pick that up. And number 6 of Longshot. I think I only need one more of that, I think. I think number 4 I think I need. But this one I thought I picked up on Free Comic Book Day, but I actually picked up issue number 3, which I thought I needed, but The Conqueror of Barren Earth. Don't know anything about it. I got issues 1, 3, and 4 for like 10 cents a piece. I paid like 50 cents I think for this one. So number 2, so I can read that and check it out, see what it's like. And then this is something that I don't really collect, but I love these kind of covers. So I'm going to try to pick up as many books as I can with these kind of covers on it. These like the realistic covers. There's this one. I think I know there's one for Submariner. I don't know the numbers. Spider-Woman has one, and there's a bunch. I got a list somewhere, but these are the realistic covers. There's Marvel Team Up, number 128, Spider-Man and Captain America. So I really love these realistic covers. And it's got Cap on it, so it's even double whammy for that one. This one I paid probably a little bit more than I wanted to, but I don't see them. There's a huge chunk taken out of the back side, the back corner. I think it goes to like 3 or 4 pages. But I don't see these books. So it's number 2 of 4, Rocket Raccoon. I had bought the first one when it first came out. Don't know why I didn't get the rest of them. But now I got 1, 2, and 3 or 4. But I need one more of this one, regardless of what it is. But yep, so that's that. And then what would a haul be without some Jack Kirby? And so here's miniseries 1 of 5, Superpowers. There's number 1. I got a couple more of these. He had a bunch of collection that he got in, so I pulled a bunch of books aside. Then I had these in my folder. So I think I got I think there's 3 more of these I got to pick up. And then I got these for a couple bucks a piece. I think I don't see these very often either. So Devil Dinosaur number 6. It's in alright shape. I mean, obviously it's been read. It's older. A little bit of schmutz over here on the R, but like I said, I don't see them. And I do put all my Kirby books in Mylar, so sorry for a little bit of glare. So there's number 6 and number 7. And I think I'm down to 2 more for these. Don't know the numbers offhand. But yeah, gotta love that. Then there's a Facebook group that I kind of recently joined, and it's basically for buying, selling, trading anything within kind of like my city, and just kind of surrounding villages and towns. But I just put, in search of comics, we'll pay cash. In search of comics, we'll pay cash. And I got actually a friend of mine who collects. Says he's got a bunch of stuff I can come take a look at, and then I got a couple other people who were interested in stuff, and then one guy was local, and he said, "Hey, I got some kind of stuff. You got anything you want to trade?" So I had 2 paper boxes, like copy paper boxes, full of Star Wars guys from the 90s, mid 90s and stuff, all still pretty much mint, still mint on card and everything. So I said, let's make a trade. So he had a bunch of comic books. He showed me some pictures. I picked out a few. He took 5-6 figures. I don't. If they're just sitting around, he may have got a better deal. I don't really care. So we're trying to make a deal for him to buy. I think I have 47 more guys that we're trying to make a deal with. So either we're gonna. I gave him a price for cash or a price for trade. So we'll see what he does. But I picked up. I don't read much Superman by itself. But I've always liked the character. Same with Batman. But I don't read any Batman books. Always growing up, I always liked Batman. Always liked Superman. Watching Super Friends. Who doesn't like those characters? So what better way to read Superman is if you kind of pair him with somebody else. So there's DC Comics Presents with Adam Strange, #3. I'll pick that up. And #7 with the Red Tornado. That's a pretty nice cover. And #14 with Superboy. I think we start picking lines up. I find these pretty reasonable priced. These and also like some Batman. I don't want to read just the Batman title, so if I compare them with somebody like Brave and Bold, so maybe I'll try to pick some of those up. And then I picked up issue #42 of Marvel 2-in-1 with Captain America. Gotta have that one. Pretty sweet because I'm collecting this title too, so I needed that one. And this one was kind of rough. It's kind of got a lot of creases in it, but like I said, I pretty much got these books for nothing. #6, The Human Torch. Said the corner down here is pretty bent up. And then I got issue 2 and 3 of this in that big little box of comics I got a while back. Kind of like the series, kind of like this book, so I picked up number 1 of Supervillain Team Up #1. The book's in pretty decent shape. I mean, it's not the greatest. It's got some spine issues, but like I said, they relatively pretty much didn't cost me anything. And then just a couple of things I thought were pretty cool that I found laying around my room. I was cleaning some stuff up. Was some old Wizard magazines. This is the Death of a Legend. This is when this came out. May of 2007. With, of course, Captain America on it. That's pretty cool. I gotta me a bag or something for this. But I also have the Captain America 70th Anniversary magazine, which I thought was pretty cool. Found that laying around. And then I also had this Wizard magazine. And wish they still had this magazine. Obviously, it's Captain America. This is from 95, I think. Yeah, 95. But a couple of my favorite things that I've always liked in Wizard magazine was when they do people would write in letters and they'd show off their artwork on their envelopes and stuff. So that was pretty cool. And this issue I thought was pretty cool. I just happened to have laying around. Another thing I liked in here too was the homemade action figures. So these are pretty cool. These are all like homemade. Yeah. They're pretty sweet. Pretty cool. And one of my favorite parts always was the... Oh shit, what did I do? I thought I saved the page. And hold on. Hold on. This is kind of cool. They kind of show all the new up-and-coming toys too. That's kind of cool. Oh shit, where is it? Come on. I hate these things you put in the middle. You always flip to that no matter what. Come on, come on. What's before this? I usually don't like making long videos because nobody watches them. At least mine anyways. Come on. Sorry about this, folks. I don't edit shit, so you're just gonna have to bear with me. The little price guide's in the back, so that's not back there. Where the hell is it? So there's some elevated music. Come on. Aha, here it is. They always had the casting call. They had a casting call for the Avengers. And I thought the interesting of Howie Long playing Captain America. Got Emilio Estevez as Hawkeye. Fabio as Thor. They got Peter Weller as the Vision. And the good old Higgins as Jarvis there. Yeah. And my personal favorite for Radioactive Man, George Animal Steel. And they got Pam Anderson as the Enchantress. So that's pretty cool. And this book was in '95, and I was still in the Army at that time, so I didn't live around here. But in the back, they always had, you know, like little shows and conventions. And right here, April 2nd, under the New York listing, is in Jamestown, New York, which is where my local comic shop is. And actually, the guy whose name is in here is actually the owner of the shop. So I thought that was kind of cool. So I think that's it for this one. 15 minutes. Wow, this is like what? Oh shit! A couple other things. Jeez. I always tell you my shop doesn't do any sales, but one thing he did bring back in, and he did this years ago, was these little back issue books. And if you spend $10 more, you get one of these. And I had a crap ton of them from years ago, and he finally bring it back. And the only thing I hate about this is it says right here clearly on there, it says for every purchase, back issue dollars. For every $10 purchase of comics, you get a back issue book. Go toward any dollar off any back issue in the boxes or on the floor. Great. So I had those books that were in the boxes. Oh, no. Doesn't work that way anymore. Even though it clearly says on there, these books are only good for pretty much relatively new back issues. He's got basically 3 shelves, basically 3 stands that have back issues. And the only thing he's got on there is fucking DC back issues. I mean, because he carries every DC title. He carries, I think, mostly Marvel, and very, very few independent books. So the back issues kind of suck. So I think I had almost $20, and you can combine them. So basically, I picked up 2 books for free, and I said he's got second printings, third printings, which I don't really care about. So the only thing I picked up pretty much for nothing was the Justice League 3000 issues 2 and 3. So these are pretty much worthless to me unless he takes stuff off the shelf and puts it on these shelves. Then maybe I'll buy something. But other than that, I really have no use for them. But 17 minutes. Holy shit, this is way too long. I'm going to bed. See you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.